What's going on YouTube? FlopFish here, and I'm bringing you another commentary here. This one is actually going to be on why we need a lockout. A lot of hockey fans are probably pretty ticked off right now, but in my opinion, we need a lockout, and there's quite a few reasons why. And I actually just finished a 10-page paper with a partner on this, and it's quite shocking when you look at it. It's pretty amazing, like how much some of this stuff would do. And I guess the first thing is that a little background on it is that the owners are paying 1.873 billion in player salaries every year, and they're only getting 1.4, I want to say 1.441 billion, somewhere around there. And that's just from revenue. They want to end up getting more from revenue so they can at least compensate for the players' salaries, whereas the players is just pretty much gravy on top of it. A lot of the player stuff goes towards events like post-hockey career, dealing with concussion syndromes and stuff like that. But it's also pretty much just gravy on top of the cake for the players, and a lot of people kind of don't see it. But I guess a brief overview of why we are where we are is because both sides are speaking, one side speaking Spanish, the other side speaking some sort of alien language. And yeah, it's pretty much where we're at. They're actually going through interviews now, and yeah, it's kind of cool that they're actually kind of participating here, and Jonathan Quick was solid in that right there. And yeah, so they're just participating in meetings now. They're not talking about the main core issues, but honestly, we need a full year lockout again, or at least for them to get it right, because just the increase in hockey related revenue for the owners isn't going to fix anything. They need to kind of adapt a new system. The cap system kind of failed. You can say whatever you want, you can say revenues grew, but they actually ended up growing as competitive balance kind of dispersed. And what competitive balance is pretty much all teams being equal. And unfortunately for our team, for some teams, like you're more likely, this was found in a report on game attendance and the probability of, I forget what it was called. It was a journal that I actually ended up citing in my paper, and it was a very good read. I actually tweeted out the link last night, so follow me on Twitter and look for that. And just certain stuff like that, it's not. It's pretty interesting, looking at it, that more fans will go to a game that their team has a better chance of winning. And if you took that system, like if you had this perfect, and I mean perfect system where both sides are kind of equal, not equal, but all the teams are equal, you'd actually end up losing fans, because fans like to see their team win, and if there's only a 50-50 chance, less fans are going to go. And you can kind of attest this to the Chicago Blackhawks. You look at the 2006 to 2007 season, they were dead last in attendance, or well, close to dead last in the attendance. And so as soon as they started winning, they actually shot up to first in attendance in 2 years. And to me, was it second? It might have been second in 2 years. To me, that was quite amazing to look at. The more likely they were to win, the more fans they had. And it's one of those things, and here's why a cap system's good. Because for the team struggling, the NHL still needs a cap system, but they don't need a hard cap. They need a soft cap. And pretty much what they should realistically do is freeze the cap for about 3 years. Don't tie it to revenue. Freeze it at 3 years, and have options in the fourth and stuff. But freeze it for 75 million, which is what it's at now. Have the cap floor at 50 million, which is what it's at now. Except have it a soft cap, so pretty much it allows teams to spend 25 million, in my opinion, 25 million over the cap limit. So instead of having 75 million, they can go up to 100 million dollars max. That's your hard cap right there. And for every million they go over 75 million, they pay $1 million. So for example, say the Maple Leafs spend 100 million in a year on their team in salaries, they have to pay $25 million that gets split up amongst the poorer teams. Not necessarily the lower attendance, but the teams that are in financial need. Because if you were to go by attendance, Winnipeg would be towards the bottom, and they aren't really in too much of a financial need right now. Kind of interesting, when you think about it, and people would just be like, oh, well, it'll be like baseball, the same team is winning over and over again. And the problem with baseball is that you're only looking, this year there's 10 teams, but previous years there's only been 8 teams, and in hockey there's 16. And if you get to the playoffs, you look at the LA Kings, they got to the playoffs, they went ham, and they won the Stanley Cup. It's just getting hot at the right time, and that's something that, baseball doesn't really have. You only have the main teams making it, and they actually don't have an actual limit of what you can spend. And there's a beauty snipe with Steven Stamkos, nice little shot. So that's pretty much what the NHL needs to go to, and the reason why that helps is because there's about 10 teams or so that could easily spend the extra $25 million, and if you do that, you have $25 million per team, like lower ranked team, or the poorer teams. So if each of those teams get a certain percentage or something, it'll actually really help out. And the reason why is because they can then use that money to put out a competitive team. They can then afford player salaries. That's half of their player salaries they need to reach for the year. And $50 million is by no lengths a small team. And what that also does is that it increases player salaries. So players are kind of happy in that regard. And you don't have to give them a pay cut, which they won't be taking. So you get all your stars back, like Ovechkin, you get Brizgalov, Chara. Yeah, so I think that'd be kind of a good solution. And then you can, through that, I'd say the NHL could make the revenue sharing a bit better. They can make it probably 53% for the players, 57 or 47 for the owners, which gives the owners $132 million more a year, which realistically it's not a ton, but it helps out a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much, in my opinion, what they really need to do. And as you can see here, I'm kind of just trapped in my own zone for a little bit. The AI actually pulled off a pretty good deke, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, as far as the lockout goes, that's pretty much it. The players do assume a lot of the physical long-term risks, and they are the reason for the revenue. If their team's playing better, their team's gonna make more money, and you can see that in attendance. You can see that in merchandise sales, like how many Crosby jerseys get sold every year. Yeah, there's a ton, and even when he's not playing, you can see that in pretty much any player, any league, any sport. The players realistically determine the revenue, and I think they deserve a bit more than the owners, but at the same time not a drastic difference. I think 3% more is a very fair difference. I think the extra money is good because, especially with the post-concussion stuff, they really need to hammer that down. And as much as it's bonus on top of it, it also helps cover their agents and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I guess I'm just gonna I'll combine this video and the next video I was gonna do into one, but I actually ended up moving, so that's why I haven't uploaded a lot. I am going to university, so it's pretty sick. Yeah, going for sports management, which is kind of always what I wanted to do. I had the opportunity, and yeah, and it's been a great time. Living on res is definitely fun, and I highly suggest, if you get the opportunity to do it and can afford it, to do it. It's definitely worth it. And I actually just traded for a PS3 yesterday. I ended up trading a hockey card worth about $50 for a PlayStation, and a few games including NHL 13, some Call of Duties, some Fallouts, Skyrim, which I'm going to go trade in soon. And yeah, and it has pretty much everything. So I'll be playing that from time to time. I'll definitely still be focusing on my studies, but I'll also be focusing on 2 new projects. And if you do follow me on Twitter, you'll definitely know what one of them is. It's actually Ghostcraft. Juicer's kind of taking it over, and the guys at Mine Z. What it is it's pretty much the hidden recreated in Minecraft, and I created it in the vanilla, and it worked to a certain extent, but they definitely need to there definitely needs to be certain aspects that need to be plugin based, and that's what they're designing. So they're actually looking for map designers for it, so if you can hit them up on Ghostcraft on Twitter, yeah, expect for that to be out soon. And it was actually pretty cool because I actually got to play with Sea Nanners for a game, so that was pretty cool, you know. He killed me and I killed him once, so it was fun. Yeah, that's pretty much about it there. And I actually have my own independent vanilla game that I am working on that is going to be intense. And by intense, I mean it'll probably be one of the best games and one of the most customizable games out there. If you like first-person shooters, you'll probably like it. I think I've done a pretty good job with it so far. I might actually live stream some of the build on Friday. I'll see if I can get it set up. I might do a test stream tonight. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much about it. And I guess the final thing is about NHL 13. I picked up the game again, and it's honestly a lot of fun. There's some frustrating aspect like the goalies. There's some glitch goals still. There's times where you can hit the post about 10 times a game, but yeah, that's about it. If I get a capture card somehow, I don't know if I am or not. I might wait for that, but I will definitely do a couple series with that, and same with Black Ops. I'm hoping to have one for Black Ops. It depends. It really depends on if I can sell some stuff here, because I really don't want to shell out a lot of money on one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Expect a lot of PC stuff from me, well, Mac, whatever. Minecraft is definitely one of them. Definitely gonna start doing some more Minecraft. I think hour builds would be kind of cool, kind of like an hour in Minecraft stuff like that. Might do some live streaming depending on what games I can get. Might do some Team Fortress 2, maybe a Portal Let's Play because I like Portal. Yeah, so I'm just pretty much keeping it pretty relaxed here. Gonna have a pretty loosey-goosey schedule. This has kind of been a long video. Hopefully you guys stuck around for it, but I'm definitely up to rebuilding my channel again. Finally got away from school and stuff, and well, not away from it, but built it up. And as you can see, I ended up scoring with Wickenheiser in this game, so my mission was almost accomplished. And I figured I needed to do one more thing with Wickenheiser in the game, which everyone knows is fight. Have to do that, so spoiler alert, I end up fighting. I don't know when it is, but I end up actually getting into a fight, so it's pretty funny. Yeah, that's about it. So as far as content goes, I'm mainly gonna upload what I feel like uploading. I find that it's best because then you put in the best effort into it. So yeah, that's about it. Can't believe it's almost over. It's only been about 14 minutes, you know, no big deal. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the fight, and let's showcast this. Here we go. Wickenheiser, you're gonna tug on Jersey versus, I don't know who 3 is. Gets a couple nice little shots in, losing in this fight. Gets the block and connects with the right hand a few times and knocks him down. Who is that fighting? I can't even see because it's behind my nice little recording thing. So let's see. It won't show. Anyways, guys, take it easy and see you next time. Expect a video tomorrow. Peace out.